So it is take two of my budget series. Today we're hitting up Aldi. If you haven't watched the first version of this, then go check that out, I'll link it above. But basically we're challenging ourselves to get vegan groceries for a week for under 20 quid. So we did 15 quid last time, but the idea last time was that I was just going to be eating the food, right?
It was.
So this time we thought we would up the budget to 20 quid, maybe 25 for the two of us, because I had a lot of comments from you guys saying, please could you do this for two people, because a lot of people are in a couple, or maybe they're shopping with family members or friends or that kind of thing. So I want to kind of change it up each time to have a different slant. So let me know what you want me to do next time. Didn't we have an idea the other day? We would maybe do like meal prep instead of like showing what we ate.
Well, it depends, yeah. We've got plenty of supermarkets yet to do.
So we were thinking of maybe different ways of doing each one. And this one we're going to do, £20, maybe 25.
So it's more like £10 per person.
So it's more like, like 10, 12 quid per person, which is very true to what we used to do when we were on a bit more of a budget, and when we were, maybe it was after university when we'd first sort of moved out of home and that kind of thing.
I think we spent like £50 for a fortnight. Yeah. For the two of us, so that's about 25.
Yeah, so
we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. We used to frequent Aldi a lot more than we do now, just because Aldi isn't very close to where we live. So yeah, we're gonna head in and set the challenge. I've kind of been a bit more free with it this time. Last time you may have noticed that I had like a meal plan and I wrote a list. I've wrote a general idea, but I haven't gone into too much detail because I kind of want to wing it a little bit and then see how we go, because typically that's what I do. So we'll see how it works out. I think my goal is to go 20 quid, and then maybe later on in the week we'll spend that extra 5 quid on anything we need. And then so from today we're going to be eating the groceries, and we're going to be I'll properly document it. Last time I didn't do it properly, so we'll do it every day. And we'll eat all that food and then see how much we're at the end of it. See how much we have at the end of it. I also want to try and get maybe a few more different things, like a variety of things, maybe some nuts and seeds, because I think the last week was a bit lacking in like protein and fat. So let's give it a go. Aldi.
16p more expensive for no palm oil.
Crunchy, they're smooth.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one has no palm oil. This one has palm oil. That's something that we try and avoid. Not everyone does, but we do. Of course, we're getting porridge like last time. Best basic ingredient. That's what I try and say. I remember this. We used to buy this all the time.
That's sweetened.
Unsweetened.
I love unsweetened.
Yeah. Get 2 of these. Is that the same price as Tesco?
Yeah.
So we don't have the cute scanner thingies like we did in Tesco, so we're just going to calculate everything as we go, which is probably more accurate than what we did last time, so we can keep track of everything. 0 times 55 times 2 for the soy milk.
No. Oh yeah, it is.
Plus, how much was the peanut butter?
125.
125 plus 75. So we're at £3, 10 pence. I think these are the only ones they have ready to walk. It's still 59p though, but it's just a lot of extra plastic in these ones, which isn't great, is it?
No.
Because each individual one's wrapped. But that's what we discussed last time, is that when you're trying to be zero waste, or you're trying to reduce any plastic, often it makes it harder and it's more expensive, so you have to go for the plastic option if you're on a budget. And I know that we used to get these from Aldi, because Aldi was the cheapest place to buy stuff, so.
I found it.
Oh, that's what chilled cheddar. Oh, yeah. This is my ultimate flavour crisps, if it's crisps like these. Yum. Got some more 20p spaghetti. Sorry for all the Italians that just offended. Do we want sauce? Pasta sauce? Is that cheaper than buying?
That's 39p. Chopped tomatoes were like 6p cheaper. I don't actually know in Aldi how much they are.
Yeah, but this comes with like...
Hoibs. An onion. Does it have onion in it? You could get it. It's not full of like preservatives, is it?
Nope. It's just...
Okay,
yeah.
That could be an interesting option.
I think this is a good option, because I think realistically as a student, you can do those two things and you're done.
For like 5p extras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's way easier, because with the chopped tomatoes you have to season it and then cook it for a while to make it taste good. So I think I'm going to go for this. I am noticing first off that all of the produce is in plastic. There's not an option for you to not have plastic. It's Aldi, get your shit together. Because all the carrots are in plastic.
Really?
Yeah.
No option anyway.
If you look down here, the only things you can get loose are potatoes.
And aubergines.
And aubergines.
Which is weird.
That also makes it a bit of a problem. If you just want to buy like one onion to save some money, then you buy a bag of them. Or like all of these for 8p, you know?
Yeah.
You're never going to get through that many onions in 1 week, but we're probably going to have to buy them.
Yeah.
Always at the end of this corridor bit, where all the fruit and veggies, there's always the offers. So I remember we used to shop at Aldi every time. We always come here first to get the vegetables because
They always have the Super 6.
yeah, so I'm going to get the mushrooms from here, and I think I'm going to swap out the spinach for kale.
Yeah.
That's cheaper,
No, it's way cheaper.
way cheaper. And I think asparagus is pretty cheap and beetroot, so depending on what you enjoy, you can get like cheaper things. We're only at 10 quid, and this trolley is like really full. This is like how much we had in Tesco, wasn't it?
Was it?
The trolley's like full. I swear.
We still need more to make meals out of it though.
No, but I mean, like, this is how the trolley looked at the end from Tesco.
I suppose.
Everything seems. I'm just remembering how cheap Aldi is, and I'm thinking I want to drive the extra distance to go to Aldi to get cheap stuff. So we will just go to Tesco or like the local shop out of convenience. So we've already made it to the £15 budget that we had for our last video in Tesco. But like I said, we're doing it for 2 of us, so we're upping the budget a little bit. But actually, overall, it will be cheaper because it'll be £10 a head rather than £15 a head. Because it's so much cheaper if you do shop with someone else if you have the ability to. If you're in a relationship with someone, or if you're shopping with a friend or a family member, makes it a lot cheaper. And this is how we used to do it. And I think there's already so much more in the trolley. So I think that Aldi is definitely winning for quantity, but it's losing for all of the plastic.
Oh, onion rings, please. That's frozen veg.
They don't have nice stir-fry veg though, do they?
Do they not?
They do.
Those mixed vegetables are sort of stir fry.
Yeah, I guess.
Carrot, broccoli, sweet corn.
Yeah.
Would we then need the other broccoli?
Yeah, maybe we should swap the broccoli for a pepper because we want to make some fried rice. You think?
I think so.
Yeah. So that's cheaper than 2 peppers and you get way more pepper. So
Yeah.
all of that frozen fruit, all that frozen veg is going to really like last longer than a week, I bet.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it. Moment of truth, can we afford hummus?
You can always afford hummus.
Wait, you're saying it how I say it. We had an argument a while back in a video about how to
Hummus.
say hummus. I say hummus and you were saying
Hummus. No, you were saying hummus. And I was saying hummus.
hummus. Hummus? How do you say hummus, guys? Hummus? Hummus. Now I don't even know. Hummus, is it even a word? Right, I'm going to get the red pepper hummus because it's on offer. 65p.
Oh my gosh, 4p off.
Just FYI, Aldi do the best frozen mango of all supermarkets. I've tried and tested them all. So we have to decide what flavour porridge we want for the week. What's the best price? We're going to go for this one. We're going to be probably just a little bit over 20 quid. Like I said, it's kind of like between 2 of us. So it's still going to be really, really cheap. So they do have chia seeds here and they're really cheap. It's £1.25. They're a really good source of omega-3s so omega-3s or omega-6 omega-3 for vegans. But we have some chia seed at home and I don't see the point of buying a whole other one. But they do have some mixed nuts and raisins, which is a good snack as well as a good thing to just put on top of your porridge, but also like if you're hungry in the afternoon. So we're going to get these, they're only 99p. They don't seem to have any vegan palm oil-free biscuits. Although the digestives from Tesco, do they have palm oil in them?
I believe so.
They do. I didn't really think about that.
No. You get so excited to find there's no
I
milk.
know. Yeah, it's really annoying. So I think I'm going to try and make some kind of like oat biscuits with like, we have Vitalite at home and oil, and I have porridge oats and sugar. I feel like you could make a really simple oat
Good idea.
biscuit kind of thing. And if I do, I'll show you that in the next video. So stay tuned. Let's go for this one, 62%. So it'll be a bit less intense. And I guess this one will have milk in. Yeah. Cool. £12. I was worried we were going to go over budget, and I think the plan to only spend 20 and come back for more was just out the window because I was too tempted to buy the crisps and the chocolate. Because realistically, I don't know about you, but I like to snack. I like my crisps, I like my chocolate. And if I was on like a really tight budget, which I know some of you guys are, then it's easy to just omit those things and make it a little bit cheaper and more affordable.
Because we bought the bigger bag of mixed fruits, which
you don't need.
Actually saves more money, but you don't need to buy that much.
So there's so many things you can vary here, but I think that's amazing. That's like, what, £12 a head, so that's so affordable for a week. And I think this is going to be, we're going to have food at the end of it, but stay tuned in the next video. We'll show you what food we eat, all the food we cook, and how much food is left at the end, or if we found we were missing on certain things, and kind of summarise it all that way. But let's go home and do a haul. Right, so we are at home, and I thought I'd unpack all the stuff with you. So there's a few things that didn't fit in the bags because we never ever seem to bring enough bags. But the first thing that is on the table is some oats. Really similar price to Tesco, I think, and it's a staple always for everything we need. I also got some crisps like you saw. I love crisps. I have them as snacks all the time. I couldn't have a week without crisps. Maybe it's a British thing, I don't know, but these are my favourite flavour. I also got some spicy bean quarter pounders. They've changed the packaging, but I used to buy these and eat these a lot. They're definitely a staple of mine for however long. I think even before I was vegan, I used to buy these a lot. One of the meals I always used to have with my friends was these with some, either some salad or some vegetables, and then sweet potato fries. Really good meal. We also got some kale. You saw that we switched out the spinach because this was on offer, because I wanted to get some kind of green vegetables in there for some good vitamins and #health. We also got some coriander. I feel like this is so much more of a like expensive shop, but because we've got so many more fancy things. But yeah, we've got some coriander. We also picked up these wraps because I want to have these for lunch. It's really good if you have leftovers. You can shove leftovers in there. If we make the chickpea masala and there's leftovers, it's a good way to have it instead of just having it with rice, or to make some wraps from scratch. We also got some frozen things, some berries. I always put this on my porridge. You've seen me do that in many videos before, and it's a huge bag. Then we also got some garlic slices. Again, this feels like such a treat because it was just not possible in the last video. I know it's because we've got more of a budget, but also it's just, everything's just so cheap, and these are accidentally vegan. We have some ready to wok noodles. You're probably noticing the amount of plastic in Aldi. It is a problem, but there were no noodles with less plastic, because inside of these, each noodle pack has plastic wrap on them as well, because we used to buy these until we kind of started to reduce our plastic. So it's not ideal, but I wanted to make some satay noodles. We've got some onions, far too many, not going to use all of these, but they were pretty affordable, and would be much easier and better if they had loose onions, so you could buy the amount that you wanted. Another thing in plastic, because they only had green bananas, and yeah, we're filming this over the next week, so I'm going to need them to be ripe now. I don't remember the last time I bought bananas with plastic wrapped on them. Do you remember? We just don't anymore. In fact, this is kind of weird for us. Yeah. It's a bit it's
authentic.
It's authentic. I wanna like explain and show, like, you can't just, oh no, we didn't put these in the freezer whilst we were waiting. We were like doing some other things for a minute and these have melted. But yeah, I wanna make you guys not feel so bad, because I think sometimes the whole, like I mentioned this in the last video, the whole zero waste thing, it can feel like it's your fault, like as an individual, and it can feel like you're the one to blame when you're not doing things perfectly. But if you're on a budget, if you're a student, if you have other things going on in your life, sometimes it is actually the, you know, well, not sometimes, most of the time, all the time, it is the, you know, these big companies' fault. They're the ones who are doing these stupid things, like wrapping everything in plastic and, you know, doing unethical things behind the scenes. And a lot of us are trying really hard nowadays to do better, and they're making it very difficult for us. But anyway, that's another rant for another time. Discuss in the comments. We've got some mixed nuts and raisins. I thought this would be good as a snack, and also on top of porridge. A good option, because last week I didn't get any nuts or any kind of like omega-3s or fats or that kind of thing. We've got some mixed peppers, which are now water, and they're melting, which is probably not the best thing, but that's gonna go in a stir fry and also fried rice. So I think we got 4 tins of chickpeas, but they're in the other bag. So we've got chickpeas, which is a staple always. We don't ever shop without buying chickpeas. We also got some chopped tomatoes for our chickpea masala. We got some baked beans because we're gonna have these with the potatoes we got. We got some sweet corn because I thought these would go good in the wrap. And then we of course got some soy milk. I always buy soy milk. It's my favourite milk to drink my tea with, and it's a really affordable one to make porridge with. And I think that was the same price as Tesco. Got some cherry tomatoes. We stopped buying these recently because of all the plastic, and we started to buy the whole ones, but the bigger ones. But Aldi didn't have those, not wrapped in plastic. I'll shut up about the plastic soon, I swear. We've got some smooth peanut butter, again, for some fat. We're gonna put this on our porridge and also make some noodles with it. Instead of like using coconut milk, which is expensive, I'm gonna use some peanut butter and soy milk to make like a satay. Won't taste quite the same, but we'll see. We've got some spaghetti with some sauce somewhere. Yeah, here. Spaghetti sauce, which we'll have with the garlic bread. See, look, there's so much more food than there was last time. That's some more baked beans and more chopped tomatoes. Our rice opened as I was buying it, but yeah, we got some long grain rice. This is really, really cheap. And yeah, that's probably gonna last more than this week. Well, it should do because it's a kilogram. And then finally, I think this one has just a few more vegetables. We've got some mushrooms, which were really affordable. They were on offer. So I'm trying to go through this quickly because I know that these end up being really long, these videos. We've got 4 baked potatoes, which is loads, so we can have a meal, 2 meals each with some baked beans on top, or maybe we could make some chips, depending how the week goes, or maybe we could do some baked beans and then another night we could have chips and burgers. And then we were so lucky to still be able to afford some dark chocolate and some hummus. And that is everything. But yeah, that's so much more food than last time. I know it's obviously £10 more, so it's gonna be £9 more. So it's gonna be more food. But I think if we'd stuck to the £15 budget, do you think that we would have had more food? I think we would have.
I think so.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't like, in my head, hugely cheaper than Tesco's own brand either.
Yeah.
Because
maybe I'm being, I tend to exaggerate.
Yeah.
Get excited.
Yeah, because like tomatoes are similar price, like the chickpeas are like 4 for £1, that's more expensive in Aldi.
Yeah.
Same with the chopped tomatoes.
But I think there's more variety of like budget stuff.
Yes,
which
like
is really good.
Peppers,
yeah, and like the garlic bread, and yeah, there was lots of good things about it. But then the negative is the amount of plastic. If you watched the last video, there's so much less plastic than this time round because there is just not the alternative. It might be down to the fact that Aldi is a much smaller shop and they have one option rather than 2, like Tesco. Maybe they do have, well I know they do, they have all these products wrapped like this, but then they also have the loose option too. So the difference is Aldi is just cut out the loose option because it's probably the more expensive one.
Yes, that's how they keep prices.
That's how they keep it cheap. So it's kind of like, I can point the finger at Aldi, but Tesco does the same, they just have more options. So they're all kind of just as bad as one another really with the plastic problem. But anyway, this is a video about veganism and vegan food, not plastic. I'm sorry, I've ranted on it enough.
It's
but
an important thing when you're budgeting, you realise.
And a lot of us vegans are really, we tend to be thinking about those things as well.
Yeah.
A lot of vegans are also trying to be, zero waste or low impact or whatever, and do better in that sense. But let's see next week how we do, starting tomorrow with all these meals, and stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what shop you want to see me do next. I'm thinking a lot of you guys were saying Sainsbury's and Morrison's and maybe even a farmer's market. So please let me know your thoughts in the description or any other ideas in this series, because I'm going to make this a series. I'm going to try and do one a month, and yeah, I'm excited. So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
You got some potats?
Yeah, I've got some loose potatoes. That's the only thing that's not packaged in plastic.
We're gonna have some nice baked beans on jacket.
Yes, classic meal.
That is a student meal if ever I've heard on.
Yeah, British meal.
Yeah.